All right. So, um, been real busy, trying to get some more reaction videos out as well. But I decided I wanted to start kind of showing some of my artwork. So making little 5 minute, little small videos, just kind of explaining my artwork, and showing off different pieces that I have. Um, I've always thought it was rather cool at the time we live in. Well, let's go back. When I'm in arts classes, in particular art history classes, um, you know, it seems to be a lot of what people think the artists of old times were trying to symbolize or say through their works. Uh, and I just always and some things I guess can be proven through fact, like, but other things can't. And it just always kind of bothered me, one, that I was kind of learning about other people's opinions about these artworks, because then I immediately felt like I could just make my own mind up about, like, how they say what the artwork says to you kind of thing. But as an artist, I really do look for uh, finding the meaning behind the artworks. And I think now that we live in such a day and age uh, where we're able to tell what we're trying to say through our artwork, but we can also verbally and socially explain these things. So, I just kind of wanted to start making some videos showing, different pieces off, speaking about them. Um, my goal Sorry about that. My goal is to eventually have a podcast running, and um, I'd also like to either have on the same podcast or other podcasts. Uh, I'd like to interview artists, like visual artists, not so much like musical artists. I'd like to get to that part too, but I want to kind of focus on, you know, having artists that can speak about their work and their lives in particular. And that way we don't have to guess, there'll be documentation, because I don't see too many platforms or anything doing that. So that's all kind of in the works. But yeah, so for now, I want to show you out this one. This is My Only Friend. Sorry, I have so many pieces of artwork that I just forget. So this is called My Only Friend. It is in soft pastel. Now, about this piece, I kind of was inspired by um, Lost Boy, the song by Ruth B. It's one of my favorite songs, and it really touches home. As an artist, I always, you know, I don't want to say, just speaking for myself, I've been a very introverted artist for majority of my life. Starting out when I was 6, I used it to escape things, right? Like, that was my whole mindset. And, you know, with that, I feel like there's a lot of, like, misunderstandings. There's a lot of, like, just things that you go through in life. People have sometimes taken, you know, confidence for cockiness before, silence for confidence and cockiness, um, sometimes not being willing to approach people has made people feel like I don't like them or there's a problem. There's been so many different instances of, like, those type of things, when really it's just I just am to myself, because I spend so much time and my mind is so focused on, like, creating, and as I get older it's creating different things. But um yeah, so with this, I kind of was inspired by that song, and I began thinking, you know, out of this world type stuff, out of this world. Like, the man on the moon part really hits me, you know, because there's a lot of times where I've just spent alone, um, and feel like I feel like I've had to, you know, kind of use my imagination, if you will, as my friend, you know, for a lot of times, you know. I definitely have, I definitely do, and I always have talked to myself when I'm alone. It's what I'm kind of doing on this camera right now. But yeah, just the astronaut just kind of represents the imagination, you know, just uh, thinking crazy. Like nobody truly is sitting on, you know, the moon like that, and that's obvious. But I want to kind of show that difference. And as far as obviously the jacket goes, it's a symbol of my artwork that I've done on jackets, shoes, customization, things of that way. um, the planets, of course, I wanted to really just show that, you know, sometimes I just want to be far, far away from just everything. And that's what making Earth the furthest planet was supposed to, you know, kind of incorporate, because obviously these other planets aren't going to be that far away from Earth's moon. Um, but that's kind of the concept I was trying to run with. Is just kind of, you know, just want to be out of here, just to kind of get my thoughts, just to kind of be alone. Yeah, and I guess in the colors scheme wise, I guess I just stayed kind of traditional um, planet colors and tried to think on that kind of note. Uh, yeah, and I mean that's all I really have for this one. I mean, but like I said, I'm just going to be making these short videos to start kind of showing uh, pieces of artwork off and just explaining them to a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, so I hope you guys subscribe. I hope you stay tuned. I'm going to keep doing this stuff. Trying to figure out this mic stuff. It's supposed to be getting a good one soon. So, yeah, appreciate you guys.